on his birthday.
His blood counts and his platelets were down, which was the reason he was pale and tired. So that's when he got his first transfusion on October 28th of platelets and red blood cells. And after that, he seemed perfectly normal, 100% himself. So what happened with this condition is the counts would just be eaten up, so we'd have to go to the hospital every 3 days in Columbus to have blood work and then possibly a transfusion. So we went into the lab, we went into a room, a transfusion room, and when we walked in, there were 4 chairs to the right and 4 to the left, but they were transfusion chairs. And then in each corner there was a crib, and anyone in there was in there for some type of transfusion, but it was for kids. So these kids were there daily.
She's just good at putting everybody else first. Be it her children, be it her friends, be it her parents, be it her family. And she never holds back.
And that's what I try to share with people. A lot of people say they're scared of needles or they don't think they can donate, but it's really easy, and I always say Sam would do it, and he was 4.
Hi, I'm Jace Jones. I'm Judy Tridico's older sister, and I live in West Palm Beach, Florida. I fly for a major airline, and I'm away all the time, but I make time every year in April to come up here and to work the blood drive, because I was there during Sam's illness, and just know that blood is very important. It was important to us in our lives, so we want to give back.
And he would get poked with a needle, a couple times a week, and he managed it. And I said, you don't realize the difference you're making in somebody's life and some family that you'll never know. So that started it, and I think that's the catalyst that what we have to keep going, because it's very important. So, and we remember Sam every April, and whether it was chemo treatment, a transfusion related to that, or whatever, but a lot of them were getting platelets or blood cells. And I had no idea that happened on a daily basis for kids. So through Sam's 2-month ordeal, many times he needed platelets or he needed red blood cells.
I am Sohpie Tridico, and I am the daughter and nominator of my mom, Judy Tridico. Well, this is my crown, and I made it in social studies class today. The building I am standing in front of is the FAC. It is the Franciscan Activity Center, and there is a blood drive going on today. It is in honor of my little brother Sam, who died at age 4. And all the donors are volunteers. They are not forced. And they give blood so people that need the blood can get it. Well, it was the way he made his jokes, the way he laughed, and the way he smiled. He got pale and he looked sad, but when he got his blood transfusion, he got a lot of color back, and he was more energetic and was a lot happier than before.
That happened on a daily basis for kids. So through Sam's 2-month ordeal, many times he needed platelets or he needed red blood cells. He was back to his old self and was energetic and happy-go-lucky. I mean, you could tell when they were dropping because he'd be a little run down. So I knew the difference it made in him, but when I saw these kids, I couldn't believe it, that there was that kind of need. And I remember one day we were in on a Friday, and I asked why I couldn't believe the number of kids.
When my brother was sick, he was usually in the hospital. He had to go for a checkup, and right by his room there was a big fish tank, and he said he loved us a lot more when he was sick than when he wasn't. But he had a lot of gifts, painted wind chimes and Indians and cars and all sorts of crafts like that. And he always had a smile that would brighten your day.
And really it was because one of the things I said was I'd never be able to thank anybody that gave us those gifts over those 2 months that kept him with us, personally, because you don't know who it is. So after Sam died in December. One of the things my sister suggested, she said, maybe it would be a nice idea if we didn't blood drive. Because think of all the times we said, what would we have done if somebody had given blood?